I can't believe I brought in 3 yellow dots.
Streamlabs says our mic is working.
I'm waiting for a response. These don't have timestamps, so I don't. No. No. What is going on? Oh my god.
Oh, we've just had this whole freaking big, huge conversation. All right, what were we talking about before?
Wait.
Streamlabs says our mic is working.
Oh wait, now I hear it. Oh my god, 39 minutes of no mic! I hate
Yes.
you!
All right, you got to turn that off.
Yes, I know. Where's the mute? There. Oh my god, 39 minutes totally gone! Oh my gosh, I am not gonna redo that. I am not. Oh no! Thank you so much.
I'm glad you're here, Blue.
Oh my god! And it was me solo friggin' trying to come up with stuff to talk about because you had to go take that phone call. Oh my god, what a night.
Oh, what a
Oh,
night.
don't even. Now we're gonna get copyright claimed. Oh, jeez Louise. How you doing? Oh, jeez. What happened? Did you forget to click something? I don't even understand. Just
Yes, probably. It's the
30
answer.
minutes. 30 minutes of nothing. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, the mic is on.
Yeah, because like I said, all of a sudden it started coming through even on for me. Oh my gosh, so glad you can hear us. Thank you for saying something because I am not repeating everything I said. Oh well. So all the stuff I said about Stewberry, nothing got recorded. What did you screw up, Q? What did you screw up?
It was set for my headphone mic, which is off, and not for the my inline mic, which is there. And all I did was just switch it.
I switched it to the right one. This is why I should have worn headphones, because I just assumed I had muted it from the last time. Oh, you are our savior. I don't. What are we gonna do with the first 30 minutes? Just make it go away?
Yeah, it'll probably just go away. Yeah.
Oh my heavens. Then again, you have your 10-hour sleep stream or whatever the heck it is you love playing like a million times.
Yay, we can play that.
Anyway, alright, I just want to say this for posterity before it gets forgotten.
Okay, say it.
So, for folks who can see it, in the upper corner, there's all this fantastic fan art, most of which I have not seen before today, and I was very put out by this fact that he has gotten out of the habit of sharing it, because it's all farkin' amazing!
Everybody's amazing.
Oh my gosh, it's so awesome. And I admit, because I'm not a creator, but I'm jealous, so, because you have all this cool stuff.
I'm so happy you're here, Blue. Thank you for stopping by.
Oh my gosh, you're much. I would have lost my mind if we kept doing the stream till God knows when. That later it was a silent stream. You know what we should have done if that ever happens? We should do it in black and white, and then just do all these subtitles that we'll just make up, like Charlie Chaplin. Maybe that's what we should do for the first 30 minutes.
There you go.
We'll just do we'll change it over to black and white, and oh my gosh, that would be so fun to just make up crazy shit to put in the subtitle.
We're good. Everything's good. We're all fine here. Everything's fine. Situation
How
normal.
are you?
How are you?
I'm sorry. That's what kind of week is. It's what kind of a year it's been. This whole year is just so banana crazy.
Oh yeah.
Well, one of the things we were talking about was just why we haven't been streaming, and part of it is because his work schedule is still just Bananas.
I'm like, I am tired all the time. I'm burnt out.
Yeah, and we have so little time to do stuff that needs to get done around the house and, errands and it's just, but, whoo! 30 minutes and I'm like, it's a new record, I think, isn't it?
No, it's not. Because I had a 3-hour stream of artwork, no music, no mic, the entire 3-hour stream. And when I said goodbye, everybody was just like going, "You leaving?" Like I had the stream ending, and it was just like I was like, "Yeah, I'm leaving," because I was talking to chat.
Yeah. Oh, that's wild.
I've had that.
Holy cow. So
I think Blue's already used to it. That's the reason why he said, "There's no sound."
There's no sound. Yeah. 30 minutes and no mic. Oh. This is what. And then I was like, I don't need the headphones. I got them out anyway, but I still didn't put. We're out of the habit because we've just been so. The routine is completely gone. It is completely gone. So, good grief. Okay, this is the joke about the stream today was like, no joshing. 10 minutes in?
Yeah.
Yeah, his phone rings. And we have a thing right now where there's somebody that, we were worried it was related to a phone call we got recently that wasn't bad news, but it wasn't good news either. And so I was like, oh no, I hope something else didn't happen. So he went to go make sure. So I just wound up monologuing for, 30 minutes to nobody.
He was telling me, I'm going to do this, and you're going to rue the day.
Yeah. So,
Figgie was caught monologuing again.
Yeah. Figgie and her monologues. Well, what else was I supposed to do? Just do dead airspace? Like,
Well, we had dead airspace anyway.
Yeah, well, yeah, exactly. So much for my efforts. But, so the one thing I had talked about was Dewberry, but I talked about what just has been keeping us so crazy busy, and it's all boring stuff anyway, so nobody really cares. So, how are we going to change things so that you actually, start a remotely consistent streaming schedule again?
Part of it's just got to do it.
And that's what we were talking about right before Blue clued us in, gave us a call on the Clue phone, was, the Loacher thing, and it was just like, I love doing it, and you just all of a sudden were like poo-poo, and then I was like, fine, then we won't do it anymore, and then you were like, well, we could do it different, but you never came back to me with an alternate plan.
Yeah.
So I was like, I don't know what to do with this. So it went nowhere.
I think part of the situation with where Elotra is concerned is that I'm really not a gamer. As much as I like playing games and doing
But that's
this
why
stuff,
we were doing what we were doing. We were just farting around. It wasn't, us trying to be hardcores and look at us and our amazing raid skills. I mean, we were just, because that's one of the reasons I like Lotra is you can be a hardcore, you can be a role player, you can be a musician, you can, be a craft. You can do so many things in the game. It's amazing to me.
And it's like, 2 decades old now, right?
It's definitely getting close. What was the last... Let me check the anniversary thing in my emails.
I think it might have been in 19...
let me just
19
look.
years.
I know we're getting close. We're at update 40. For Pete's sakes. What was this year's anniversary in April? And they can't copyright that, so that's May, where is April? There's April. 17th 17 years.
17 years.
17 years. We've been married longer than this game. Holy cow! That means a lot to me because this game's been around a while. So yeah, so they had their 17th anniversary this year, and which I completely missed everything again. That's always a joke. Is it's always around my birthday. The anniversaries for timing is always terrible. Anything you want to share with us in particular, Blue, or are you just happy to hang out?
I'm just happy you're here, Blue. I really am.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
And if they just want to listen to us yammer, we're good at that. Yeah.
And I mean, this year's project is different than any other projects that I've had.
Oh, and it's multifaceted. I mean, you're literally doing all of it. You know, yeah. You're not chopping out any of it, or it's a lot of layers.
Yeah, it's going to be layers upon layers upon layers.
Oh, and that was I think I'd said this right before we found out there was no mic. Was the fact that because it's been a learning curve, because you've never done this kind of stuff before. As far as the animation, this type of animation, because you've done other types of animation, which I still think has helped you more than you know, even if it is a different medium and everything, is that when you realize some of the shortcuts, you're like, oh, I could just go back and, and then you wind up redoing stuff. Yeah. So some of the progress gets redone, but it matches at least, so it's kind of like, on one hand, I can kind of see how the idea that you see the progress through the project could kind of be cool. Mm. But on the other hand, there's something to be said for consistency, because I hate to say it, especially now with AI, I just...
Yeah, I'm tired of AI.
I'm past it. When I started finding out that it's like telling people to do things that are unsafe and will kill them, I just was like... When are the regulators going to come in? When are the, this is, how many people have to die before they say, okay, AI, we're not ready. We got to take it all down.
The problem is now they can't take it down. Now.
Well, it depends on who and to what degree. But yes, the integration has been absolute garbage tech-wise, but we knew that because all the tech bros are just idiots that used to have better people working for them until they got tired and did their own thing. So now all the people who actually would say, no, man, don't do it that way, are all gone, so all the yes men remain, and that's why stuff just keeps blowing up spectacularly. Mm. I mean, that's really what it is, when you think about it.
Yeah.
You had these quote-unquote crazy geniuses that had people to keep them in check, and now all the people who kept them in check left. So shit just keeps breaking in spectacularly worse and worse ways. What are you doing?
I'm just drawing a line.
Yeah. In the middle of stream.
In the middle
without
of stream.
Streaming it. So do you have a plan?
Do I have
forward?
Do I have a plan? Oh, my plan. Oh, I really...
that plan that's going to somehow make your job schedule stay consistent so that we can actually plan streams regularly again.
I think that the move from Twitch to back to YouTube has been a very positive one. It's been a...
Okay. Let's change subjects. Sure, I'm here.
It's definitely a thing moving forward. And I've said this in the morning commute, that this year really is my reconstruction year on like how I'm going to be doing things going forward.
Which is why I always make the joke about go back to the beginning, really. Excuse me.
Yeah, I've never been happy with Twitch. Since the day I created an account.
Which is hilarious because you really, it, and I guess that's the biggest difference between that and Twatter. Is because Twatter used to be worth a damn, and then Nepo Baby came in and pissed all over everything.
Mm.
And I'm still happy that Gronk shat on him. So you have no idea. That post made me so happy. It was ridiculous. You're not my maker. And that's why it's harder for you to let go of Twitter than it is for Twitch. Because the big joke for me now is the only time I go to Twitch is because of Bushwhacker. Because they do their weekly streams. That's the only reason. I mean, I do sometimes for chicken, but I've missed so many of his streams because of what he's been doing them lately that I really haven't been able to go to many.
I mean, one of the things that I've noticed with some of the new streamers that are coming up on Twitch is that it is about the money.
Yeah, it's become a career. It's just like when Snapchat and TikTok and all those, everybody wanted to suddenly be an influencer because, that's where the money was. And they could just be popular and cool and rake in the cash. It's similar.
And I don't have the heart to even tell them anymore. Like, I think I used to basically be like going, here's the reality of it.
Here's your chances, kid.
And, even, the people who are big names,
who have lots of money behind them.
Who have money behind them. But when they started, they didn't.
Yeah.
And it was literally that they held on. But not a single one of them was like, give me your money, give me your money, give me your money. So like if you're coming out the door with give me your money, people only have a certain amount of money to give.
Yeah, and I think that's why I understand that technically, yes, MA is help me out in this tight circumstance, but it's now gotten to the point where there's this entire culture that is abusing the notion of MA, where it's like, I have less than you, so give me your money or you're a terrible person. And it's like, it doesn't work that way. That's not what mutual aid is. Especially when you ask for it daily, every week, every month of a year. That's not what it is. And we were talking about vocabulary stuff earlier too, like how there's people who are trying to redefine words that have been around since before we were born. And it doesn't even make sense to me. It just doesn't. Like, yes, language evolves. The world's sad secret, as the punchline goes. But there's a point where you're not being ironic. You're just being taciturn. You're not being clever. That's what drives me crazy is like how many of these folks think that they're being so unique and no, you're just being dumb. You really do something unique for Pete's sakes. Don't try to reinvent a wheel that has been around before your great whatever.
Well, I mean, like, and this is for me looking at Lotro. It's a game. There are a bunch of streamers that still stream Lotro.
We were talking about the legacy stuff, because of Bushwhacker.
That still stream Lotro regularly, and if I was really good at it, maybe. If that makes sense.
Why would that matter? To me, it's enjoyment. Like, I wanted to keep doing Lotro because I wanted to be a dwarf and I wanted to have fun. It was the whole diggy thing. It wasn't about, I'm the most amazing everything,
And it's a shame that them dwarves didn't work out. That game.
Oh, the one that we still can't get the multiplayer to do. And we could probably contact them and they'd probably be like, oh, you just need to flip this, whatever in this buried menu you don't know exists because you don't know how to get to it. But,
I'm just kind of like going,
because originally it wasn't supposed to be just Lotro that we were going to be dwarves in.
Yeah. But I wish I had free time.
Well,
I don't have free time to just basically, go and play Lotro.
You technically have free time. You wish you had more consistent free time. That's really what this comes down to.
Right.
I mean, because even me now, I'm starting to run into the problems with the weather. There's days when I thought I was going to have the whole day to work on whatever, and then I have to stop the project 3 minutes in because it's downpour that wasn't, predicted. So I get that. I do.
And because streaming, us wandering in the middle of nowhere and sometimes not even talking, and for hours or half hours or 40 minutes, like scuff.
Oh God.
Whatever it is, but I think.
I'm sorry, it's so funny.
I think for me, when I'm playing games online, I'm kind of expecting the game to carry me through the stream, if that makes sense.
It does make sense, but that's just one approach.
Like, I love playing Blood Bowl.
Yeah, I know.
I have a big passion for it, but
Yeah.
I don't really play Blood Bowl anymore.
No.
And one of the main reasons is that I don't think that there's anything new under the sun with me playing Blood Bowl. Like, I can't do anything
You haven't already done.
that not only have I already done, but other people have already done it tenfold.
Okay, that is where you and I differ, because you can have 5,000 people bake bread.
Mm-hmm.
At the end of the day, they're going to have bread, hopefully, when they're done.
Mm-hmm.
But there are so many different ways the bread can be made, be discussed, be showcased, the process. I mean, there's just so many different facets. And to me, that's one of the reasons why I always laugh when people who are like, oh, look, another, Among Us streamer or whatever. Because they have a different take on it.
Yeah.
And yes, unfortunately, within the gaming community, 99% of, especially first-person shooters and everything else, they're all balls to the wall. I'm the best gamer. I'm going to teach you everything you need to know. I know all the secrets. It's that garbage. And I say it's garbage because why are all of you doing the same damn thing? These games are amazing, and there's so much you can do with them, and you're all just trying to be the big guy? I mean, what? Why waste your time?
Like, I love watching Blue Hope play.
Mm.
The game. I don't care about the game. I care about Blue.
The personality, yeah.
Yeah, and I enjoy watching when he streams and stuff like that. And I try to catch as much as I can.
Yeah.
Of that. There's plenty other gamers that, they're really good at whatever game that they play. Usually people only play like 3 or 4 games anyway.
Yeah.
But I'm at the point where when I'm talking in chat and stuff like that, where I'm just kind of like hanging out, like
Yeah. It's like just being on TeamSpeak or Ven or whatever back in the
we're
day.
hanging out in a basement somewhere.
Yeah.
Just like goofing off for a bit.
Exactly.
And
there's only 2 controllers, so other people are playing, but you're still participating.
Yeah. So I kind of like love that, but as far as like when I have the controller, for example, I'm just kind of like, should I be paying attention to the game? Should I be paying attention to what's happening in chat? Should I be paying attention to hopes and dreams and craziness?
Wait, so you're saying you don't have a good divided focus?
I have a horrible divided focus. What are you talking about?
I know when you're doing your art, you have a horrible divided focus, but in other aspects, I would absolutely argue the opposite.
And part of that is because of how I view streams, and if the personality isn't there, I tend to not watch those streamers.
Yeah. Well, the funny thing is, because I am extremely opinionated about gaming streams, is I don't mind the tutorial streamers who teach people, walk them through stuff, show them a little hidden stuff and things like that. Those I think are great, and they have their place and everything else. The problem with most of them is once you've seen one for a game, you've seen them all. Because there are people who have very unique personalities and perspectives, but for the most part, even the Easter egg ones, like it just, once you've seen one, you've seen them all. It might just be the difference in video quality, or the filming of it, or the whatever transitions. But it's probably why. I'm trying to think when YouTube first came out, what I really went there for. I'm trying to remember now. And yeah, music videos was definitely one of them. But we went there, because I wasn't even with the garden stuff because we were still moving so much. It was like, who has time for a garden?
Yeah.
So yeah, a lot of it was just like the how-to stuff. But, the way I watch videos now, whether YouTube or elsewhere, has changed so much, in that time. And I think it's one of the reasons why when we have talked about me doing whatever videos, because we even got into that silly argument when I was talking about when I finally start alphabetizing the comics and straightening the comics out.
Mm-hmm.
And I told you that what I literally wanted to do was like pantomime, where I just wore whatever pair of gloves, because I have 18,000 gloves from all the costumes and stuff. And I was just going to, do so many a day, and you would just show like the cover, and that kind of thing. And you're like, who would watch this? And I'm like, there are idiots who are, just like me. And they would totally be like, wow, look at this. This is like so goofy, but this is great. Look at these. I've never seen this comic before, So that's when you really start getting into it's not just about the niche interest, it's the presentation. Because like Minecraft. There are 50 billion people doing Minecraft videos. And it is so hard to find any that are worth watching. Because it's either, and that's I think the other problem that I've started to have with a lot of the game stuff is, they're not, it is a hangout. Do you know what I mean? And some of them don't even talk to the people, talk in stream. They just play.
Yeah.
And I guess there's an audience for that, you know what I mean? But anytime I ever stumble into one of those streams, there's like maybe 3 people in there. You know what I mean? Unless it's some famous, mega gamer or whatever. But I'm just like, I don't watch videos just to, even straight tutorials. I still need a certain connection with the speaker. Sorry, I'm rambling.
For me, where art streams are, which is why I usually tell people I'm an art streamer. When I first got started and saw people doing art streams and singing and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Something different, something other than somebody playing a game.
Yeah.
I loved it.
Well, and go ahead. Finish what you're saying before I.
Yeah, I loved it. It was something that I could not get enough of it. I was watching people create 2D models and do all this stuff, and I was like going, that's like magic.
Yeah.
Because I wasn't a digital artist.
It wasn't your wheelhouse at that point.
I've never really, I've had Adobe Photoshop, but I've never really done digital art.
No, that was my thing.
Until 3 years ago, and
Has it only been 3 years?
It's only been 3 years.
God.
I'm in my 4th year. Yeah. But I wasn't even doing, when I first started streaming.
Oh, I know. You were doing all kinds of other stuff.
I didn't even do digital art until...
Yeah.
I realized I had to create my own thing.
Yeah.
And then I was still hand drawing and scanning in.
Yeah.
Which I thought I was going to have to do forever.
Yeah.
When I'm doing an art stream, I kind of I'm kind of lost in it. I'm still learning new things and going through the whole motions and stuff like that. So I kind of, as far as like talking and being interactive, I kind of lose that, which I don't know if I was a person watching it, that if I would enjoy that or not. But I definitely would enjoy the stream because I could watch art streams.
Well, I mean, I hate to say it, Bob Ross wasn't just his calming voice. You know, like there's a reason everybody loved watching him. He was still, around.
I could watch art streams all day, all night long.
Oh shoot, I lost the thread. I had
I'm sorry.
No, this isn't you, it's me, because I thought of something when you were talking. And then, getting back to the gaming thing, well, that was the joke about why when we started talking about legacy games, was I said that if I ever did, a gaming stream, I wanted to be more a hangout thing, which is why when we were doing the Diggy Diggy, it was supposed to be a joke. You know what I mean? It was like, we weren't trying to be the best gamers. We were just two dwarves who were digging, looking to dig. That was the joke.
Yeah.
In a game where you could actually dig as a dwarf. And it wasn't Dig Dug. But it's why when I found out that I could go back to that wonderful, silly little game called Bushwhacker 2, I was like, oh my gosh, I can actually play this again. And I said that I was going to start streaming it, and because to me, you don't have to think for that game. There's no thinking involved. I mean, yes, you can strategize in that game about how to, maximize your farm and, whatever else and stuff, so you have more energy, so you can beat more bushes and stuff. But the whole point of it was, it would be a space where I could just be like, hey, I'm going to play Bushwhacker at this time. Let's have conversations, because you can stop playing Bushwhacker at the drop of a hat, and your party doesn't wipe out, nobody dies, the person you're trying to rescue isn't going to get eaten by aliens. You know what I mean? Like, there's no consequences other than you stop advancing. That's it. And you can do it tomorrow. It'll still be there, waiting for you, unless it's, one of the short events, because, like, we have the sporting thing right now. And that was the joke, was that it really wasn't going to be a feature on Bushwhacker. It was just going to be like, hey, I happen to be playing Bushwhacker, come hang out. Because it was the joke about now they have so much customization of the characters that I could actually sort of make somebody that looked like, my avatar, which I thought was so amazing. I'll never quite get the eyes, but... the blue skin and the foot, the hair and all that crazy stuff. I could totally do that, and I just thought that would be hilarious and just such a fun little silly hangout stream. Where Bushwhacker is just the background. It's not, why we're there.
Yeah.
Because that was the thing that I was hoping to do to a point with the alphabetization of the comics, but I realized that, especially because I was having the brain fog problems before they realized it was the perimenopause stuff, I was like, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do both. To be alphabetizing and having conversations with people. Because like you were saying about, are you playing the game or are you watching the chat? You know what I mean? And that's why I kind of had made the joke that, we should just do fishing or something instead when we can't do the diggy-diggies. Because all we would have to do is just mine. We literally could level just mining. Sure, you can do it with crafting. It's insane, but it can be done. And then we could just sell the materials or whatever, so like when we're not hanging out chatting with people in the thing, we could just, run around finding nodes. That was kind of what I thought we were going to do, and then it became this whole, like, we have to stay at the same level, we have to stay on the stick, and I was just like, this is now becoming so stupid. It was supposed to be a fun, silly side thing where we could just hang out and talk to people, and instead we're now, like, fighting over why are we playing these dwarves instead of the dwarves we already have, and I was just like, I'm done. And so we stopped doing Diggy Diggy, which I miss it. It was fun until it got serious for some reason that I still don't understand.
Yeah, it got a little serious.
Well, because the joke was, like, right when we started doing it, because they never, that's not a regular festival. The digging.
Yeah.
And it was almost like, they were like, oh, people have diggy dwarves. Let's give them diggy. And it was wonderful. And then after that weekend ended, it just kept getting hung up on stupid stuff. And I was like, whatever. We did the festival. The festival was fun. We did the diggy thing. That was fun. And now it's like we're suddenly questing. And we're arguing about which quest we're going to take or not. Like, because then you were like, well, why don't we just get in our other drawers? I'm like, because you didn't want to do that.
I mean, I said once we start questing, we might as well play the other drawers.
Which
I'll be in my...
To me, I thought they were just going to be festival drawers. That's what I always thought. And then all of a sudden, now we're doing the other stuff. And I was like, okay, I don't understand why. Now, we could still go back to them. And just go back to what we originally said we were going to do, which I was having a great time with it. I thought it was hilarious going to all these new places that we were totally not supposed to be in. We were going to die. It was so much fun being so little again, and just, it literally felt like being the kids who, sneak into the party when the adults are all passed out.
Exactly.
Kind of stuff, so... I don't know. I miss Diggy, but you got so pissy about it, and I was just like, this is supposed to be fun, and you're not making it fun anymore, so I'm done. And then of course work got stupid again. So
that's the big thing.
I know, and if I could take it away, I would. And of course there was also the whole thing we were getting into about the whole Patreon thing, about trying to do something with that, and you started doing the store stuff again, and it just seemed like we were trying to do too much stuff at the same time, and then when work got really crazy because everybody did the, oh, it's the holidays and I don't want to work and I'm going to just, I can't come into work this week,
Oh, when people do that,
I just wish working insane hours.
I just wish they would just don't even have to fake it. You don't have to fake it with me. I'm not your boss.
I know.
I don't care.
I know.
You come in, don't come in. I don't care what it is.
Okay, so I guess where are we then?
Where are we with what?
Are we just still muddling along until we're not? I mean, if that's a thing, it's fair. Sometimes this happens in life.
Well, I think right now, this year, with the creation of the music video, which, may or may not happen. I'm kind of in that that limbo zone of it.
I know.
And it might end up being just, me.
A learning experience and never actually.
Well, me just putting together. I mean, there is an easy way to do the music video.
Yeah.
Easy way.
Yeah.
I could do it. I could put it together really simply.
Yeah.
And we have the Figgie with the mouth movement and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Does not matter if it syncs up. It's a Japanese anime thing, and I'm okay with that. And I could get it done.
I was originally speaking a different language, so my mouth does not move at the right time.
I am okay with it. And I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
So with that said, I could make a mouth moving cue that works with Figgie, that when I'm singing the song,
it just picks up on
it makes the video, and I can have this background, that everybody's watching right now.
Yeah.
I can have that running, and I'm
just not do the other in scenes.
Yeah, and I could sing the entire song that way, and it's great. It'll come out just fine.
Well, real music stars put out multiple videos that have different cuts.
Fat on all that fat.
Yeah. Tea's getting cold.
Yeah, so I could definitely see, like, I like the fact that I decided on a reconstruction year. Like, it's really, really good. and whatever comes out of this video. Not just that it was a learning experience, because I've learned an awful lot to begin with.
Yeah.
We can break it down to, I can make another music video. I can make another music video, and that could be part of my repertoire.
Mm-hmm.
I have 100 parody songs that I can easily turn into music videos.
Yeah.
I still want to try to do this where the lip sync works up, and
yeah,
we move that way. But yeah, it's kind of like interesting. I have a project. What?
Go ahead. No. You have a project.
I have a project for the slimes that I did last year, and I want to basically, bring those into more of a motion.
Yeah.
This and definitely merch. So we're talking about with the Patreon.
Yeah.
The one thing that Patreon for me that I'm excited about is the fact that I can do adult stuff.
Yeah.
It is one of those things. And if I ever get a 3D printer, I
Which
might
we talked about, yeah.
I might print out my own product line.
Yeah.
And it could be cues, it could be slimes,
it could be anything, yeah.
Slime stress toys.
Yes.
It could be a thing.
The old TV bricks. Crumbs now. I forgot what I was gonna. You were talking about music videos. Oh, I lost it. It's been a long day. I'm sorry. My brain is really...
Been a while since
No. It's not that kind of been a while. It's just... You know how my brain is, babe.
Oh, yeah.
It never shuts up. That's why I can monologue for 39 minutes while you're on the phone.
With not monologuing.
With no one hearing me monologue except for the cats, yes. And the neighbors. Because the windows are open. So what is there a plan then, moving forward? Aside from my ultimatum for the Stewberry.
Stewberry should, we should get that settled this year.
Yes, we should, but wishes and trees. In your bloody schedule.
Yeah. But yeah, so like this year is I think it's gonna be great. I think that having the music video is gonna be awesome. Mm-hmm. I think that sharing, kind of like the video with all the friends that I've made along the way is an amazing.
Oh my gosh! Yeah.
It's an amazing thing.
I'm still so pissed at you that you haven't shown me half that fan art. I'm like, why have I not seen all of this? Because you kept talking about people dropping off, so I thought you just weren't getting as much stuff, and then this starts running in the video, and I'm like, where the hell did all this come from? And you're like, oh, we're getting it. And I'm like, what?
Well, this is the culmination.
I know,
3.5 years of people
sharing
drawing
and coolness, yeah.
People drawing fan art for me, and I adore every single one of them.
As you should. I love the variety. That is one of the things that I just absolutely adore about fan art in general.
It is something that AI will never accomplish.
Can we not? Because I'll just start getting angry and saying really terrible things. I've already ranted about AI once tonight. Don't let me do it again.
One of the fun things that I've been doing lately, also, on top of working on the music video, is that I've updated. And I really didn't have a reason for it.
You lost me with the updated.
Q has gone through an update, which I I didn't re-debut or anything like that, but it just basically he's been subtly evolving into.
Yeah, to me that's not an update. That's that's the word I would have used. But yeah.
So yeah, I've updated a lot of the T-shirts and stuff like that, the facial expressions that go with the T-shirts. I think that they fit better. Yeah. They fit better with the merchandise. And I can see, I can definitely see like a future in, going forward. But, and who knows, maybe next year will be pirates, maybe next year will be dinosaurs. I don't know which.
And that's one of the things that I think you were starting to kind of push back against before this job that you have now, was that it was getting very scheduled. And I think that was bothering you, because you were literally like changing things every 2 weeks rather than follow what you had already said you were going to do. Because at first you were going to do pirates, and then it was going to be slimes, and then it was going to be wanted posters, and then of course the Luffy thing came out, and you know what I mean? Like there was just so many things that just like turning and turning and turning.
Well,
I understand some of them were necessary in a way, but I think you started rebelling against your own schedule.
The biggest problem where pirates are concerned, and like I said, pirates may never happen. The biggest problem with pirates is that I probably should mention their name. So somebody was playing a game called Sea of Thieves, which is basically like a pirates game.
Yeah.
And it was fun, and they were talking about having a crew, and I was like going, well, you know what? I think that should be my next project, and that's how that all started. Pirates has always been kind of in the radar anyway.
Well, how many pirates? You're wearing one right now, actually. Pirates have been a lifelong woven into your life thing, so I'm not surprised at all.
Freebooters and
I know, and everything else. Yeah.
So there's always been kind of like a pirate thing going around.
To one degree or another. What is it, princess? It's not even close to dinner time yet.
But
Anya.
So when I started getting it together, the crew that I was that were going to be my, I don't even know what you would. I think she's getting wet. That's why she's complaining. I don't even know what you would call it, but.
Watch your tail. Keep talking.
What would you call like the main? Like if you have a bunch of ships, but one of them is like your.
Oh, the word is just your flagship.
Yeah, flagship. So my flagship crew and streamer captain.
Yes.
I had that already set, and then all of a sudden everything seemed to implode.
Do you see him staring at me while I get this food out, giving it to her? Like, how dare you? I'm hungry too.
And I created wanted posters.
Right. And then, of course, the
One Piece, the live action One Piece came out with about wanted posters.
I know,
and they offered that for free.
Yeah.
So you could submit a picture, and they would put you on a wanted poster.
Yep.
And I was like, that kind of defeated that purpose. And
that's my chair, in case anybody's wondering what all that squeaky is. I have an old squeaky office chair.
And I was just like this. So then I started working on, the template for the crew.
Yeah.
And when my flagship crew fell apart, I was just like, now what do I do? So I was starting to work with a second flagship crew. And the interest I had originally was great. Yeah. And then all of a sudden with the secondary, I think that it was like they they didn't know how. I mean, all they see is this little yellow gremlin. They don't even think that I'm an artist. They see me do slime fan art, and they think like, oh, that's the extent of his
repertoire.
His art, and they don't realize like, oh my God, this guy can actually draw or do something more.
I always laugh because I mean, of all the things when I was in, high school, what's the thing that got me into more College of Art? Freaking cartoon zinkers and ding dongs. You've seen it.
Yeah.
It's literally, it's a predecessor to what's now a very famous, cartoon type. But back in the 80s, that was unheard of. Nobody was doing that. And there were people who literally were like, wait, how did you get the scholarship from this again? Like, they thought it was the sympathy scholarship or something. Like, here's this kid who really loves art, and then they'd see the rest of my portfolio and they'd be like, oh. And I just, because who was a really famous cartoonist and it's the Calvin House guy.
Bill Watterson?
Watterson. Everybody thinks that's all he can do. And then when they see his actual, like when he does those full out montages, they're like, oh yeah, I'm sure. No, Watterson did that. Yeah. He is an artist in all senses of the word. Yes, sweetheart, you can get back in my lap. So, I totally identify with what you're saying because I've been through it. I've lived that.
And it's like the the Dakimakuras were not supposed to really be. That kind of was.
That just kind of came out of nowhere, and then it got really big for a while. People were really excited about them, and then it died.
Yeah.
And then they've just kind of been there. It's been so fascinating to me.
Well, I started doing more adult.
Yeah.
More adult things.
Why not?
And it's the biggest problem with doing adult art is that I can't stream it.
Well, not on the usuals. That was one of the other things that we were talking about with Patreon, was doing mature audience only streams. And we still haven't agreed on. We changed the name again for the third time?
Yeah.
I don't even
Well, I mean, I have a Fansly that I don't use. Pretty much for that reason.
Yeah.
But one of the things that I was thinking with Patreon is that like stuffed cues and things like that, and people could get their own stuffed cue.
Yeah.
Not a stuffed cue of me, their stuffed cue.
Uh-oh. I don't remember which account I put it. It's probably under my Gmail. Hold on. Keep talking.
And
don't mind me.
It's one of the things I love about the merch page is that somebody could come in and say that, hey, I love this art. I would love it on a T-shirt or a hat or
and that was when
even
you
a pair of shorts
and everything,
or even a pair of shorts, and I would make it for them, and they could purchase it, and I was like, this is
awesome.
This is where I want to be, because it means more to me that people wear my art, and it's not owned by a corporation. It's not owned by some other person who sponsored my work. It is mine, and people like it enough to wear it, and I love that.
For some reason, we changed it to 2 beans or not 2 beans.
Okay, that sounds good.
It's a long ass name. Why didn't we do 2 games and a mic then if we were going to make it that long? Or was it just the low-hanging fruit of the Shakespeare joke?
We did. I think we just did the low-hanging fruit of the Shakespeare joke.
Well, do we want to try to change the 2 beans and a mic?
Just leave it at 2 beans without 2 beans.
Alright. Because we still haven't published anything. It's just,
No.
it's been sitting. I haven't finished any because we haven't had time to talk about what we wanted to do with it for reals. We just kept throwing around ideas.
Yeah.
So, it's here. It doesn't exist yet, but it's here, waiting. Your Patreon is ready. Here's how to make it yours. Yeah, because I kept saying, what are we going to put in the profile photo? And you're like, all my beans. I'm like, you can't fit them all.
Yeah.
They'd be so small, they wouldn't even be able to tell that they're all beans. Anyway.
We could do what we have here, just the 2 of us, Figgie and...
Just the 2 of us.
Yeah. That one, yeah.
That one.
Right there, that one. I still, 39 minutes, I was talking to nobody. I mean, the cats were listening, but still. And the neighbors, I guess. I feel so bad for the neighbors now. They're just listening to me, like, trying to fill space. I mean, I was talking about stuff that's pertinent to, you know, what we do and what we've been trying to do and what's been going on. And you are not going to try to jump. You're going to... Girl, your legs are not that strong anymore. I know, honey. I know. It sucks to get old. I know. Just the last time she tried to make that jump, it was bad. I could move my desk closer to that, but it's... Yeah, I know. I have a hard enough time getting in between there on that side by the window as it is. Anywho, so yeah, the Patreon, which we have done nothing with, except rename 3 times.
Yeah. And one of the hardest things about YouTube going from being a Twitch streamer live is that I love grading. If I had to pick one thing Twitch had.
I don't know why people, I know the mechanism isn't in place, but if the streamer says, hey, let's all go to such and such's channel, and then puts the person's link in the chat, all people have to do is click on it.
Yeah, well, that's the reason why Twitch created the raid thing anyways.
Right, but I mean...
Is because people are like going, oh yeah, why, if you're still hanging around, why don't you go see this person who's live?
Yeah, you know, and so you could still do it, and it just... Hey Q, you should be a trendsetter. Why don't you start doing that?
This is Reconstruction year. I'll do later.
Is that gonna be an excuse for 2024? But I honestly believe that we should try to start doing it. The hardest part, I think, for you, because you're even now, especially because of the lack of free time you've had, is you just don't know a lot of YouTubers of like mind. You know what I mean? That you would do this stuff with, you know, because Blue, do you do YouTube stuff?
No, he's on
you're
Twitch.
You're only on Twitch. Yeah, so like we couldn't even do it with you. And
I think he does have does do video
obviously
dump.
because they wouldn't have the little icon and stuff.
I think they do video dumps here on YouTube.
Yeah, a lot of Twitchers do, but
It's because they only keep your videos.
I know, honey. Please.
So June 20th of this month
It's a Thursday.
is a Thursday. It's going to be either Wednesday night or before I leave for work on Wednesday. I might start it, but I'm going to do the 48-hour
Okay.
run stream. And one of the things that
So not on the 20th, on the 19th, because it's
19th.
going to go into your anniversary.
And it's going to be, I'm going to have an avatar set up. So like if I'm at work, it's off to work I go. If I'm sleeping, it's going to be me sleeping.
Yeah.
Etc. etc.
And in the background, it's going to be a
You never did food videos, did you?
Food videos.
You know, when like people eat.
Oh, foodie videos.
Well, foodie is, to me, that's different than the eating videos.
Makjang or whatever it is.
Okay, makjang is not eating. That's something else.
What is that?
I'll tell you later.
What is it when they overeat and they eat like excessive amount?
Oh, that is. Oh gosh. Okay. Makjang is basically over the top soap opera. That's why I say makjang batshit crazy stuff. Because that's what makjang is in Korean dramas. It's why I don't watch family dramas like ever, even when there's actors in them that I really, really like, because they're so stupid and ridiculous. I'm like, if I liked this stuff, I would watch American soap operas. Oh, I know what you're thinking, and no, and you're not thinking of the makgeolli, the rice wine either. It's, I know what you're thinking. The word is, and I can't think of it, but yes, there are. Korea does have a very big audience for watching people eat deliciously. I know it translates to eat deliciously. And it's this idea of, sharing, and people who can't get certain foods or can't eat certain foods. So I've always wondered if it's related to the eater-feeder thing, but I've just never looked into it. But the eaters are very rarely the size of the eater-feeders. So it's not quite the same. But la. What were you asking? I lost the thread now. Well, because you were doing the unboxings, you were doing spook videos, you were doing the morning commutes, doing the drawing videos, you were doing gaming videos, you were doing...
It is still amazing to me that unboxing is the most popular videos that I've ever done.
Well, there's the element of surprise. They're short. It's not a big commitment.
Yeah,
and you do that wonderful little silly, silent film thing that I totally forgot you were doing until that one time that I actually watched you make one, and I was like, oh, I forgot about that, because I really, I'm going to say it. There's a lot of your videos that I don't watch, and part of it is because I'm batshit crazy, busy too. So it is what it is. Like, I know that makes me a shitty, unsupportive spouse, but I do try.
And then there's my second most popular video is the going to the interview after I left the post office. Morning commute.
Yeah.
That I still am amazed. Like, anything that has over 200 views, it's, in my opinion, is just like amazing to me.
As someone who has really never posted a video other than just so I can share with garden friends stuff that I've done with my garden, and no, I'm not telling anybody what that channel is. That's all I've really ever posted on YouTube, and it's literally just like, hey, look at this crazy jungle I have. Welcome to the jungle.
We got fun and games.
Oh yeah. I'm still mad at myself that I did that with that stupid maple and I got all screwed up. I knew better and I still did it. At least it's not itching anymore. You know what the first thing that came to mind when that happened?
What's that?
So glad I got the tetanus booster. Because we still have, our property, for America, it's old. For other countries, they're like, wait, under 100 years? You're joking, right? But, we do have a property that still has a rubbish pit that never got really unburied.
Yeah.
And there's metals and all kinds of stuff in there. And so all of a sudden I realized a couple years ago, oh my gosh, I haven't had a tetanus booster. And like, because you still haven't, right? Or did you have to get it because of work?
I had to get it.
Yeah, you did have to get it. But I hadn't had a tetanus booster in forever because I wasn't working stagecraft or anything like that anymore. And so I'll never forget that idiotic NPU. I just do not miss this man. Talk about baseline effort, you know, worst nurse practitioner ever. For me, anyway. I'm sure there's worse. But he's like, well, what do you need a tetanus shot for? I'm like, why? Are you going to deny it?
Tetanus. That's
you don't
what
want to get your tetanus shot after you may have, gotten sick. That's the whole point of having it ahead of time, is so that you don't have trouble down the line. And I literally, and he didn't know. He didn't know that gardening in general, because of all the metal tools and everything else and the rust and who knows what, and you can get tetanus from gardening. And he had no idea. I mean, this guy's like, how did he graduate from nursing school? How?
I don't know.
Sorry. I didn't mean to rant. It's not really a rant. I didn't mean to whine. It's really a whine.
We're gonna wind down.
Yeah, we're gonna wind down. Yeah, no, nobody wants to end a stream with a whine. Ain't nobody got time for that. But yeah, so what was I talking about before gardening? This is your fault.
It is.
Twitchversary.
Twitchversary. So yeah, so that's
Your most popular videos. That's what it was.
okay.
I brought it back. Woo!
And I'm very proud. I'm very proud of the people who come in and watch my videos. I mean, that one person, whoever they are, bless them, I guess. I don't know what to say.
Wait, which one?
The one who watched the hour of me sleeping. I guess
Oh, because they were trying to figure out where there were. They thought there was
there's like a jump scare or something.
Yeah,
like
there were. We're still wondering if that's why the person watched it, and it could have just been a white noise thing for them.
Yeah.
You know, there are people who love stuff like that. I mean, there's an entire community of ASMR things now. I mean, like, when we were kids, that wasn't even a thing. If somebody had put those letters together, we'd be like, are you having a seizure? I mean, like, honest to God, there was nothing like that back then. And now it's an entire culture. It's amazing to me.
ASMR, that's where you get your tires changed.
So, and we're not being pejorative, just to be clear. I am truly fascinated by the amazing things that people come up with, and the fact that other people are totally into that stuff too. It fascinates me how diverse humans are. I mean, okay, yeah, some humans I wish they were diverse differently, but just wow, we are capable of so much. We really are.
And it's amazing.
It is. So when is your next stream going to be, Mr. QB?
My next stream, I would like to do Thursday. That's what I would like.
But you said you were going to start it on Wednesday, so which is it? Is it Wednesday or is it Thursday?
Next week. Next week is an off week.
Oh, so not next Thursday. So not the 13th.
Well, I could do another YouTube. I do have to do a switch over to Twitch, because since it's a Twitchversary, it might as well stream on Twitch.
Whichever.
You're the artist. You make decisions.
Yeah, but yeah, the next one, I'd probably another YouTube video like this. Sounds like a awesome.
All right, so actually next week you're thinking about doing something before the versary.
Yeah. Not related to Twitchversary. Unless I'm trying to set up for
a
it.
note I can't read on the 14th. Something closing. I have no idea what that note is. We'll figure it out later. I need to have a calendar just for stream stuff, but we haven't been regular, so I haven't bothered making one.
It's probably gonna happen soon. I'll probably get more overtime hours.
I know. I guess I understand that. What is the proper wording? I totally understand on one hand why the type of work you do now attracts so many of the people who should never have taken that job to begin with.
Mm.
But on the other hand, I'm like, where are all the people who should be taking these jobs, who would be freaking amazing at these jobs and would love these jobs? What happened to them? Did they just fall through the cracks? Did COVID get them all? I mean, like, what happened? It blows my mind. Because it just, there are an awful lot of people who would be so much better, you know what I mean, than some of the people that got
That are
hired.
doing it,
Because,
yeah.
and I know some of it is, it's like you said, it's the changeover in the industry. So there's still a lot of people that are the old guard, the old ways, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, they're starting to leave too.
Yeah, but they're retiring, So I don't know what made Blue laugh, but I'm glad we made them laugh. What?
Just blue laugh.
I know. It's delightful. I just don't know what we did. It probably wasn't me. It was probably you. You're the funny one.
I'm the funny one?
Yeah. I'm the rambly one. I'm the space filler. I'm the sidekick. That's something we haven't watched in a long time.
What, Sky High?
Is that the name of it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do we still have it? Or did we
Somewhere.
sell that one?
We definitely sold it if we
We
had
can
it.
always get it. Before.
Yeah.
We should watch that. I haven't seen a Campbell movie in a while, so
Mm.
I'm getting Campbell deprived.
That I understand.
I think the last thing I saw him in was Bubba Hotep.
Really?
Yeah.
His Elvis Presley's not bad.
No, not at all. But I think that was the last. I mean, and it wasn't in the theater. It was, on video or whatever. But speaking of, we could do a season.
Okay.
Or a series of season, whatever you want to call it. I don't give a hoot. Give a hoot, don't hoot. Because we haven't watched this yet this year.
We have not.
And we didn't watch it at all last year.
And what we're talking about is Farscape, just so everybody knows.
Yeah, the show. We used to do at least a yearly marathon, and we haven't. I'm not saying we have to do a straight marathon. But we could do, whatever, and do watch parties and just have fun with it. Crackers don't matter. There's very few episodes that were, like the cartoon one, and there's a couple that they're not the greatest thing I've ever seen. But
And I'm trying to get a collab together with a bunch of people to do I think that they came up with it was Dead by Daylight.
Mm.
And what was the other one? Golf with Friends.
Oh, okay.
So those are two collabs that everybody seems to want to.
There are so many games that I know the names of, and I've probably seen screenshots for, especially because of my one political group that has so many gamers in it, and they all, game together in the political Discord, which I still find hilarious. that like I have no idea what these games are really about. Like,
I mean, I Power Watch them earlier.
yeah, well, because, I mean, it was like, I had no idea we had like 15 Stardew Valley people in there who are like diehards. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm talking diehard Stardew Valley. I was like, I didn't even know. And I think it's because you got caught up in that stupid Facebook game cycle at one point. So it was all the bills and all that stuff. And that just wasted so much time.
Yeah.
I mean, nothing against Zynga. They were out for, they made their money and whatever. And the games were cute. You know what I mean? But the grind was just, I mean, like, I think that's what always cracked me up is like people who are level chasers in MMOs bitching about the grind, and I'm like, you've never played a Facebook game. You want to talk about grind and annoying people and being like, hey man, you gonna play today? Aren't you gonna click on my village today? Like, oh my gosh. I do not miss any of the bills. Do not miss. What are you looking at?
I'm seeing what our lag is.
Oh.
That's a lag.
Yeah. Oh, because you just moved it just to see. You embiggened us. Why now?
So we're ending the stream soon.
Oh, that's the visual cue?
Yeah.
You mean we're not going to end the stream with 39 minutes of silence so we can book it? I can't believe I rambled up. I monologued by myself for 39 minutes.
And now for 39 minutes of silence.
Oh, holy Christmas. Just holy moly. 39 minutes of just racking my brain trying to be at least remotely entertaining, and nobody heard it anyway except the cats. Oh my gosh, I'm so... It's not even embarrassed, it's mortified. I am mortified that I actually spent so much effort for nothing. But anyway, Blue, thank you so much for hanging out with us.
Yeah, Blue, thank you for stopping by. It was awesome.
Yep.
Awesome as always.
And anybody who's watching this later, thank you for checking us out, and we're very sorry about our technical ineptitudes. Because it's not even difficulties at this point, it's just ineptitude. That's fair, right?
Yeah, it wouldn't be a stream if it wasn't scuffed, so that's how it works.
Yep.
But yeah, we're gonna take off.
Take off, eh?
Take off, eh? Hey, hoser, take off.
Nope. It must be no, it's still an hour. Because both cats, like, wait, no, she's still behind me. He took off, though. Oh, boy. I hope he didn't smell skunk or something. I gotta shut this window. Because he took off. He's not in the window anymore. So he might have spotted something. I think I shut the dining room window. Because we do get the skunk upstairs.
If anybody wants to collab or anything like that, make a comment below.
Yeah.
What you want to collab?
Or go on Blue Sky and find you there. Did you remember to link Blue Sky to your account here yet?
It is linked.
Okay. Because you didn't do it like forever. I was
it's
like,
linked
dude.
with my LinkedIn too. Not LinkedIn.
I knew what you meant. Linktree.
My Linktree.
Yeah. Yeah, LinkedIn. You could technically make a LinkedIn for your art.
Yeah, I could.
That wouldn't be so far-fetched.
Let's not do that.
I said you could. I didn't say you should. That letter swap means everything.
And we are going to go with our 39 minutes of friggin'...
No, we are not going to leave them in 39 minutes of silence.
I gotta edit that out.
You're really going to edit it?
I might leave it. I don't know.
Well, you should put like a little message that's like, technical difficulties, please stand by. But then, I mean, because if people watch the whole sleeping video, there's going to be somebody crazy enough to like listen to all 39 something minutes
Well,
of
I think
silence.
it's funny because when I watch who views and stuff like that, it has like they watch the first 2 seconds of the video.
Right.
Or 8 seconds of the video, and then it drops off. So the 39 minutes, they're never going to even hear anything. The average person. But Blue did, and Blue, that's what matters.
Yes, we're very grateful that Blue came by instead of.
So thank you guys, everybody,
Straightened out the
stopping
ship.
by. Anybody lurking, thank you for stopping by.
Yep. Have a wonderful day if you haven't already, and have an even more wonderful day if you have.
All right, we're going in. Yay!
Yay.
Bye.